Excuse me. Okay, with that being said, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and this is coffee, and this is a morning coffee show. Sorry for a lack of intro. It's funny. I always try to make these the show more like refined. And I try to make it more like enjoyable for people to watch. And understandably, yes, I try to do that all the time. But when push comes to shove, sometimes you just gotta say, okay, I'm not gonna do it like I did before, and it's not gonna, this is so much easier to fucking do. And excuse my language, I'm sorry for swearing so much, and I know YouTube's algorithm is like, he swore, the children are gonna be destroyed. Destroy the child, corrupt them all. That was an Alex Jones reference. No, I thought that was funny. It's like a small bit of I don't know what he was talking about, but he was like, he was talking about Satanists, and they were like, he's like, what should I do, Lord? And he's like, destroy. And by the way, I'm gonna admit something. Despite what you think about Alex Jones, if you ever listen to his him doing voices and shit like that, voice impressions, he can do a great, doctor that Dr. Claw, destroy the child, or Cobra Commander. He's really damn good at that. I would, if I was someone who wasn't giving a shit about politics and was in the movie industry, I was I want him to voice Cobra Commander. I want him to voice some things for me. See, people, this is their plan, people. But no, today I want to talk about something. Speaking about YouTube and censorship, I want to talk about something that's been going on recently with YouTube's algorithm and all that stuff, and YouTube itself, and just the way it's been running. And everybody has been dealing with YouTube recently, and their whole demonetizing and their whole banning videos and deleting videos, and all this shit that YouTube seems to be doing as pretending to be a motherhood. You know what I mean? They're all draconian. When I hear the word draconian, I keep hearing that word, and I'm like, it's kind of a scary word, but you see them what they're doing, and it's kind of terrifying. I mean, other people have been censored, banned off YouTube and stuff like that. They've been banned off the internet. They've been banned here. They've been removed here. There's people. Sticks and Hammer 666 has talked about this recently, and he's talked about why people should just switch to BitChute and rather not deal with YouTube in general. And I understand that completely. YouTube is now just a toxic website. Well, not toxic in the sense of Twitter. Again, people talk about tech censorship, and this is what they're doing. The thing they're doing right now is tech censorship. And I mean, hell, I'm gonna be putting this on YouTube, but I'm gonna start doing BitChute. And I feel here's the thing though, what I like about this. Not like about this. So anyway, Markiplier. Everybody knows who Markiplier is. He's one of the big three individuals on YouTube, that including PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, the Let's Players. He's got Mark, he's got Wade, he's got Bob and Wade. You got other Let's Players out there and stuff like that. Markiplier is one of the ones I really do enjoy, because he's a genuine human being. The reason why I love some of his works, it's the fact that a lot of people don't like the overblown reactions, but you know what? I feel like he does I do feel like he reacts to that, because Oni Plays makes fun of him a lot, but I'm like, yo, you do the same fucking shit. The difference is you're not nihilistic and snarky about it most of the time. You're just snarky most of the time. You know what I mean? And I mean this too, because if you've ever watched Oni Plays, it's they're just I don't care. It's whatever. And it's I know Oni Plays is we don't do that. It's yeah, you kind of do. It's between Markiplier and Oni Plays, I'm I'd rather just watch, Markiplier have fun. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, he overblown stuff, but he's having, like, let me ask you something. It's only Chris O'Neill and Zach and whoever, and Tomar or Lyle or, Dinga, not Dingus, what's his name? Ding Dong. Ding Dong or Julian or, whoever. But anyway, that's not the case there. Mark is just a fun person to be, a fun person to watch, especially when it's a good horror game he's playing, like The Evil Within or Dead Space or something that is just entertaining and it's not, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Damn, I'm gassy today. Anywho, so he gets flagged. He does this also. He gets one of his videos deleted and he gets demonetized. I don't think it's demonetized, but he gets marked. So he was doing a challenge. He does this video series called what is it called? It's called the Don't Laugh Challenge. Try not to laugh challenge. And he's shown silly videos and stuff like that. And honestly, I love. He's good at doing shit like that. He's good at being funny like that. It is hard to not laugh at some of the reactionary videos out there. I mean, there are videos out there that are just silly beyond recognition, and it's just like it's hard not to laugh at some certain aspects of that. You know what I mean? But let me move on because there's more to talk about this. So he has this one video where it's a bunny. It's people dressed up in mascot costumes, beating each other, like beating one dude up, beating one Russian up, and apparently that it was wrong for them to have that up. Like, basically the reason why they put it down because it was violence, even though YouTube allows people to abuse pets. YouTube allows the WAP video from Cardi B, which is one of the most disgusting music videos I've ever seen. I saw the music video and I was just like disgusted by it. I like sexy music videos. I love the Kanye West video of Fade. That is that video is 10 times better than WAP. WAP is such a, like, it just makes you uncomfortable and makes you just, like, not like, the difference being, like, in the Fade video, yes, there's a half-naked woman dancing in a gym. In the WAP video, it's just, like, overly sexualized softcore porn. Like, it's nothing sensual about it. It's just, sex, as where the Fade video is just, like, sensual. You're watching somebody dance, with little to no clothing, but you're kind of engaged in that because it's like, you're engaged in the physical beauty of this woman dancing, of Tyler Banks, I think her name is Tyler Banks, I think it is. Let me look this up real quick because I'm gonna look up the video real quick. I'm not gonna play the video, so I don't want to get flagged, so you can't. I'm not. So her name is, I'm gonna turn off the sound real quick so you're not hearing it. I want to know who her name is, but anyhow, it's one of those things that just kind of bugs the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Tiana Taylor. Her name is Tiana Taylor. So, she's dancing. Anyway, this is not the point I'm trying to make here. The point I'm trying to make here is that, even they allow certain music videos to be played. That are just absolutely disturbing and horrifying. I mean, hell, you can still watch the Rock DJ video by Robbie Williams, where he literally fillets himself. I shit you not. That happens in the music video. Spoiler alert, that's what happens. I will do a review about that video later down the road, but I don't know how I'm going to do it, because YouTube won't allow, that's copyrighted, which is another bullshit thing. You can't educate people on a music video and why you like it. Because YouTube is not about you anymore, it's about them. The people who make real money. And Markiplier is somebody who makes, back to the point at hand, Markiplier is somebody who makes money. So Markiplier, like Jacksepticeye, like PewDiePie. Well, honestly, PewDiePie got it first. PewDiePie got the blunt end of it first. After people were coming after him. He lost his contract with Disney. He lost this. He lost that. Honestly, I like I defended him. Like, I was worried about, like, because it wasn't about, like, him losing money or anything like that. It was about this whole, we're gonna take somebody else's side. And I know Disney doesn't want, you know, to be associated with certain things, but come on, Disney, you've done some fucked up shit. You've done some fucked up shit. Like, everybody knows it, everybody can see it, everybody has seen what you have done. Anyhow, it's one of those things that just bugs the shit out of me. And I keep saying bugs the shit out of me because it does. I mean, you know, you allow certain individuals to do whatever the fuck they want, you know, abuse pets, which just has been happening. There has been people abusing pets, you know, and then, you know, sorry, I was reading a video title that says, woke teachers panic that their students like Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan. Why is that a big thing? It's like, it just makes me laugh. You know, you can tell how bad things are, and like, you can tell that you're like, you know, no longer is the left, you know, mainstream media anymore. Excuse me, the left is no longer the counterculture. They've become the culture themselves, and they're you know, they're terrible at it. You know what I mean? Like, look, I don't want the religious right coming back. I don't want the moral, like, both sides. I realize now that both sides have a moral panic. You know what I mean? It's like, they have this like, oh my god, morals. It's like, you know what? If you really gave a shit about morals, you wouldn't have, you know, drag queens reading stories to kids. You wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't let fucking people talk about, you know, sex to their, you know, you wouldn't let people film people talking, you know. I'll get into that in just a moment. But anyhow, Markiplier gets in trouble for, you know, having a video up that shows violence, even though there's been other things on that website that has violence in it. I mean, for Pete's sake, it's like, it's hard to make any content on that goddamn website because it's like, on this website, I don't care. It's like, you know what? Nobody's like, there's people out there watching me. Thank you for watching. Please, I'm gonna say the 3, you know, blatantly obvious things you should do is comment, like, and subscribe. I don't care if it's a hello and how do you do, or you're wrong, you know, and like it, or if you dislike it, dislike it. If you do like it, you know, subscribe to me. I mean, you might get more things, but this is like, right now I have a day job, so yeah, I have to do this. But it's so insane because it's like we've ended up being in the same position as we were with the religious right. It's like, but the difference is that these people think they're doing something good, and it's like, again, I keep talking about things that are off topic, and again, Markiplier, and I forget who else. Let me look at this real quick because it's like I have to check this out. I'm gonna start using BitChute, by the way, too. It's like I may just switch ships and just go to BitChute. So Charlie, they just basically just double down and just demonetize a video because it's like, not demonetize, but like delete a video because it's, you know, it shows violence, even though there's people out there who are doing like much worse things. And I always think it's not really about the content or like it's about money, because they don't want edgy content on their website, or like they're afraid of these edgelords. You know what I mean? Like these people who go out and, you know, like, who do the edge content. And I'm just like, it's hard to. Again, it's hard to make something on YouTube anymore without being demonetized, or about being banned, or something, or taken down, because, you know, you're not the big money maker. So you let the WAP video get up there, you know, but you won't let, you know, Markiplier try not to laugh compilation. You know, it's the same thing with PewDiePie. They've been going after PewDiePie for a while. Hell, they've been, like, T-Series, that whole T-Series and PewDiePie thing was just the big, you know, that was a big thing. That was a big deal, because people were like, T-Series is not a real deal thing. PewDiePie is, and hell, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye were fighting, but the problem is that a lot of people think they were not fighting as hard, but you gotta understand that Markiplier and PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, you know, were still kind of under the gun too. Like, they were like, you know, they were still supporting him, but they weren't like in the same fight. I mean, because again, they were trying to be reasonable and trying to play ball, like, with the algorithm. I'm gonna make 2 parts of this. I don't care. Sorry if this is not gonna be up on Instagram right away. By the way, so if you're watching this on, hold on, I'm gonna let it. Okay, part 2. If you're gonna be watching this on Instagram, please subscribe to or follow me on Morning Coffee with James. Yes, this is gonna be on my regular like Instagram channel. Please follow this on the Morning Coffee Show with James. It's one of those things that just absolutely bugs the shit out of me because people don't understand that, you know, these. It's like hearing demands that you can't do this and like like say if you want to be like, okay, I want to be a painter, I want to paint this, but then you try to paint something. Say you paint like your version of the Venus de Milo, you know, and it's very reasonable and very, you know, tasteful, and it's nothing wrong with it. But then again, they're like, oh, well, you have this here, oh, you got that there, that has to be that, we got to censor all that, and it's like, what part does it censor? And I feel like again, it goes back to money. Because Markiplier, Markiplier, and also it's their algorithm too. It's like, I feel like nobody's really watching it, and they're trusting a machine to just do whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we got this machine to do it. You know what I mean? You know, people talk about tech censorship as like, you know, it's only attacking people who are right wing and, you know, who have conservative views, moderates who disagree with the left, and all this stuff, and they're worried about the political thing. People are waking up to this shit and realizing, shit, this is not just, you know, hitting it's not just hitting, you know, people on the left. It's not hitting people on the right. It's hitting people who are just don't care about politics. And hell, I disagree with a lot of Markiplier what he has to say. I think people should be allowed to own an AR-15. They should be allowed to own guns. They should be allowed to own the naughty. Again, by the way, the AR-15 is not a assault weapon. I cannot stress that enough. It's a sporting rifle. It's not automatic. By the way, the military will never use anything like the AR-15. They use something like the M4. And the difference between the civilian AR-15 and an assault rifle like the M4 is the fact that it has an automatic setting. And by the way, the bump stock that people keeps like, you know, that the news media freaked out about after Vegas, I'm sorry, but no, that thing is a piece of shit, and that does not, you know, is not a good substitute for automatic. It basically, you can do a bump stock with your fucking finger, like, it's, you know, the bouncing of the gun does that, and you can say, well, it's not fully automatic. Not really, because a full automatic means you have to hold the trigger down, and it does automatic by itself. You know, I mean, if I started fanning, you know, the hammer on a revolver, does that mean the revolver is automatic now? No. But this is the whole. Again, it's how YouTube's reacting to these big, like, to content creators, and I mean the little guys like Markiplier, Jack, and Pewdie are big time, you know, big time names. There's other big time names there, but it's also like you also got smaller guys who have like thousands, and again, thousands of subscribers and stuff like that. And again, it comes down to money, and you know, if they follow you, if you agree with their politics, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you don't see. And again, YouTube's pretty much a hypocrite because they also had some dirty content on there that was disguised for children. You know what I mean? Like, that was just like slightly Edo Wood, borderline like naughty shit on there. Some spicy content, you know. And again, like I said before, like the Cardi B music video for WAP. It's like, really, it's like, you know, you let that be up there, but, you know, Markiplier watching, you know, and you also let people abuse animals, too. It's like, come on. Alright, I think I've talked long enough, so I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, I'm suggesting that everybody who has a YouTube channel switch to BitChute, because start building up on there. Because BitChute, I feel like is a better website, and it's a small website too. Like, again, it's like another YouTube. Like, again, it started out being how YouTube was in the past. Kind of janky, kind of old school, but yet we can still be on that ship and we won't be harmed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, I think people should just, start telling YouTube to go fuck themselves and start being on BitChute and start building that channel up, because honestly, they need to hear our voices. They need to hear our voices to be like, yeah, it's time to go bye-byes. You want to act like, and again, the whole argument of, if you don't like it, why don't you build your own website, and they did, and now they're afraid. And by the way, I'm on BitChute right now looking at it. There's no real content that's right-wing extremist, so don't buy the lies. Go up on there and just check it out. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, love you, and bye-bye. And remember, you're awesome, be awesome, and have a great day.